up, Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for My Hero Academia, aka Boku no Hero Academia, Season 3, Episode 20, aka Episode 58, titled What's the Big Idea? So, as you can tell, I am not at Struggle Apartment Studios. I am at my dad's place because I am going to Crunchyroll Expo this weekend, and there should be a lot more videos uploaded to my channel right now, but there aren't because yesterday was really exhausting because traffic goddamn sucks, and I should have gotten up earlier, but again, traffic, just the drive really took it out of me. So I'm gonna try and get as many videos done as I can before I leave for Crunchyroll Expo. And if I can't, then I'm gonna either just do, for manga live reactions, just do double chapter live reactions next week, or record them later today when I get back. But anyway, where we're starting off this week's episode is going to be chapter 111's adaptation of the manga, and I'm glad that we're starting off with chapter 111's adaptation of the manga, but I think what would have made this episode a little bit better is if we would have had this portion of the manga at the very beginning of the episode before the opening song. It would have made the episode a little bit stronger for me, at least so far. But I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but I like it when like flashback stuff like this is at the beginning and then have the opening song and then go in, then because we're gonna go back into like where we left off last week, right after, you know, the flashback content. So it just to me it would have flowed a little bit better if we would have had this content before the opening song. But I'm very curious what you guys think. Now this right here, what they're talking about is really important because they're talking about how, and this really signifies the changes in the era, because they're talking about like in All Might's time, it was all about the individual superhero. But now they're saying that it's all about their ability to work as a group. And this is something that's even, we even see now in the manga. We're seeing them working in groups because that's going to be the future. And I just love the foreshadowing of it. And that's something that I have to mention it because this is really important, because this is something that JC staff didn't do in Shokugeki no Soma. It's something as important as this. As JC staff didn't mention the concept of the specialty in Shokugeki no Soma season 3. I'm just glad that that Studio Bones is mentioning this. Basically, the transition into the new era of from the single superhero to the squad superheroes. Oh my god. Studio Bones, finally, we're getting some beautiful animation out of you. When this shot right here at the 2-minute 40-second mark, when they're showing All Might was the top and everything, strength and charisma, oh, that background is just so beautiful. I have to point this out because this is a good sign. This is a good sign we're gonna get good animation this week, guys. Okay. Oh, a second. I just want, okay, I will say this. I like the change in the color palette really show off that difference between Endeavor and All Might. But goddamn, I really can't stand that lack of line work in Endeavor's Flames. That's just been a huge pet peeve of mine about this anime. You see, and as I said at the beginning, you see what I mean? Like how this should have been like prior to the opening song. It's just, you could have done, otherwise you could have done something really cool with the transition, Studio Bones. It just doesn't, I don't know. I mean, it's following the manga, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about that. It's just, I wish Studio Bones was just doing more with the material. It's just, that's just my, I think it's just, again, I think it's just because I'm so used to seeing, like, really cool transitions and stuff in various manga to anime adaptations, especially when it comes to flashbacks, that that's why I'm expecting to see something cool like that, but oh well. Oh, Orca's is it okay? Is it just me, or does Orca's eye have less line work than it did last week? And Orca's pupil looks really, really bad. I'm sorry, but it does. I am loving this soundtrack. The soundtrack is good, guys. Finally, we get a little bit of a comic book effect. Yeah, it's in the background behind Deku, but I kind of wish, like, for the different backgrounds when they're like doing the different backgrounds for Todoriki and Deku and them, I kind of wish they would have done different colors. Come on, guys, be more innovative. I'm just feeling like the thing that's really lacking, that's not giving this anime that extra oomph that it needs, is the comic book effects and that style of the comic book style of animation. It's just it's just so frustrating. That extra oomph is just not there. Like the only time that, and I've noticed this, like the only time we've been really getting like the cool comic book of style animation is when they do the pauses to give the explanation of the characters' quirks, and that's really, really frustrating. It's like, dude, come on, we need more. You're denying us awesomeness, Studio Bones. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit from the fan base that I'm giving this anime a lot of crap, but come on. I really, this anime could be really good. Trust me, this is a million times better than what I've been witnessing with Black Clover anime. Trust me, what Studio Period has done to the animation with Black Clover is not fucking cool. But like the reason why I'm giving Boku no Hero Academia so much love, or so much tough love, is because I know Studio Bones can do so much better. And yes, I know they were working on the movie, but still, like, come on. Oh my god, the bickering is so perfect. The voice acting this week is just freaking fantastic. I don't know how the English dub is going to top this voice acting. This voice acting is just way too good. And also, Studio Bones, I finally, you guys have really learned how to utilize your soundtrack. I know they've been, and yes, I know they've been utilizing their soundtrack for like the past few weeks. But man, this episode, I think this is the best episode soundtrack wise. The soundtrack has been really good. The writing has been really good this week too so far. And also, unlike Black Clover, the fire actually looks like fire. First, I was going to criticize the flashback, the style of animation for the flashback, but now I gotta praise it because the bright, like when Endeavor flicks him away and you see that change in the color palette. Ooh, that's really, 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 really cool. Like, you could have gone with the cinematic style. It made it even more dramatic, but kind of like what we've been seeing with in Captain Tsubasa 2018, or we've seen in March Comes in Like a Lion. But I really like what you did here, Studio Bones. This is really nice. God fucking damn it. I cannot get over how great this soundtrack is this week. Holy shit. I'm telling you that they've been watching Captain Tsubasa 2018 over at Studio Bones. They've been watching what David Productions has been doing, because this soundtrack is just so perfect. This soundtrack is just flowing so perfectly. But I want to talk about the 9-minute 4-second mark in particular with the animation, because god damn it, that close-up of Endeavor looks really, really bad. It does. The line work in the eyes actually looks, for the most part, it looks okay. It's just the line work in the flames is just lacking. The flames in themselves are lacking. There's not enough. There's just not enough flames going on. And I don't know. And let me see if there's anything else I'm missing. Yeah, it's just, and also it's way too close. If it would have zoomed out a little bit more in the frame, and you would have gotten it probably would have looked and also had a little bit more line work going on, it would have looked a little bit more menacing. But right now it does not look very, very good, because it says here, because there's nothing came through in those eyes except cold anger. I'm not seeing that much of that cold anger. Like, because if you look in the manga, you see that cold anger. Here, you're not seeing it that much. I'm sorry, I have to keep talking about the soundtrack, because goddamn, when the flames are building up inside of Todoriki, holy This soundtrack is so freaking awesome. Oh my god. But oh, the flames don't look good though. Oh, the animation for the flames. God, I'm sorry. I really don't want to say they're as bad as what Studio Pierrot did in Black Clover, but God, they look bad. Reason why I'm saying that is because if you look in the manga and you look at the mask, the Endeavor mask that's in the manga, it's a lot like, because like when you see it in the anime, it's straightforward, or the mask is straight on, but in the manga, it's angular and it looks more menacing. In here, it doesn't look menacing, and oh god, it's so disappointing. Oh, Studio Bones. Oh, you're killing me. And what's going to kill me more is if you tell me that this was in-house. Because if it's outsourced, okay, I will be like, okay, it's outsourced. Fine, because that's what's been going on with Studio Pierrot. But god damn it. If you're telling me that that is not outsourced and that's in-house, what the fuck is going on, man? What the fuck is going on, Studio Bones? I wish the translation said what's the big idea, but that's okay. But oh god, I just am having a problem with the wind and the fire. It doesn't look big enough. I don't know what's going on. Am I the only one that is feeling this way? Because it just does not look big enough to me. Okay, so now after the commercial break, we're at 112's adaptation of the manga, and chapter 111's adaptation, perfect. Writing was perfect. Soundtrack, beyond perfect. Voice acting, perfect. Animation, it was okay. It's better for the most part. It was okay. Oh god, there's just so much that could have been so much better, but it is what it is. But oh my god, I'm so freaking happy. We're chapter 112's at the start of chapter 112's adaptation of the manga. It starts as a flashback. That's what it is in chapter 112, and we're getting somewhat of a cinematic style. It's not as color palette's not as muted as a typical as the typical cinematic style that I'm used to seeing, but I'll take it. So let's keep going. Oh, and before I forget, this is at the 10-minute 48-second mark. This close-up with Endeavor, the second time at the 11-minute 24-second mark, so much better. Holy shit, it's so much better. Studio Bones, you just did not use slow motion. Oh my god, we just got some slow motion up in here. We needs more. We needs more slow-mo. We needs more. Okay, this is where I gotta complain a little bit. It was cool the first couple of times where we saw, this really deep brooding background for both Todoriki and Endeavor, but god damn, I wish Studio Bones would have changed it up. It's kind of like it's too repetitive now. Like, come on, change it up. Like, I understand the symbolicness of it because it's that same feeling that that brooding, that coldness that you're supposed to be feeling from both that cold anger that you're supposed to be feeling from Todoriki and Endeavor, but god, at this point, this is like at by the 13-minute mark, I feel like it's too repetitive, and I really wish Studio Bones would be a little. I wish they would do more. Like, this is getting. Stop being repetitive. Stop using the same shit. Come on, guys. Oh, god, the flames in the 13-minute 42-second mark, they're just killing me. That's not fire. This is like Studio Pierrot bad interpretation of fire. It is that bad. And if you've seen Black Clover, Black Clover anime, you know what I'm talking about. That is bad. That purple aura for Orca, ooh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, the close-ups. Oh, these close-ups, especially like of Todoriki in the 15-minute 6-second mark. Finally, that heavy line work. That's what I'm looking for. We need more of this. We need more of this comic book style. Come on, guys. Oh, the soundtrack. It's so beautiful. I love how eccentric this is right now. This it's just really, really cool as Todoroki's flame is coming up. Like they could have done something like even, I think they could have done, Studio Bones could have done something even more badass, to be honest, but I'll take it. So at about the 16-minute 51-second mark, we get into chapter 113's adaptation of the manga, and so far, writing, got nothing to complain about. Soundtrack, oh my god, I love this goddamn soundtrack. Voice acting, freaking fantastic. Animation, oh god, the animation could be so much better. Oh, and yes, I know you guys are gonna keep telling me that Pack Girl, they're working on the movie. That's why it's not as good as season 2. But god damn it, I feel like that's just an excuse. You can't, I know it's an excuse. It's a sorry ass excuse in my opinion. I'm sorry. They could have prepared more for this. This is crap look at David Productions. This is an example. They're doing Captain Tsubasa 2018 and Cells at Work, and also next season they're going to be doing Captain Tsubasa 2018 and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. You're going to tell me that they're not going to have both Cells at Work and Captain Tsubasa 2018 have been awesome. So you're going to tell me that the quality of one of those two animes is going to go down because they're working on another one. No, you're not. You can't tell me otherwise. No freaking way. I refuse to believe that shit. Come on, guys. Studio Bones is only working. Like, I would understand if it's like a JC Staff situation where they're working like on 4 different animes. Yeah, JC Staff is ridiculous. This is why I don't trust them with One Punch Man. But like, Studio Bones, for as far as I know, is only working on My Hero Academia. Like, come on, guys. Anyway, so 16-minute 51-second mark, let's get to chapter 113's adaptation of the manga. Comic book style. Please give us more of this. Just not just for during close-ups. Give us more of this. Please. The hair still... Jesus Christ. I'll never just... Lack of line work is just the story of Studio Bones' season. I will say this, though. The fire prison that we got here, that Orca's in, especially like at the 19-minute 20-second mark, that looks so much better. That does not look like Studio Period fire. That looks like good fire. And goddamn it, the soundtrack is so good. No, you ruined it. Studio Bones, we were doing so well, and then when Orca says, "Well, what now?" Oh, I hate that angle in the anime. Oh, why couldn't you do it straight on? If you would have done it straight on, like it is in the manga, it would have looked more menacing. It just doesn't look, and plus, you know, the back, there's, like, you didn't have the purple aura either, which would have, like, the purple background, which would have made it look even more menacing. Oh, the wasted potential here. Jesus. 19-minute 47-second mark. That right there. Where's that been all season? Where's that been all season? Bring that. Bring that. We need more of that. That shot of Todoroki is what I've been wanting all fucking season. It is beautiful. Oh, that transition in the music from that Japanese flute to the guitar was so cool. Midoriya, oh my god. Oh god, I love this soundtrack so much. I can't believe I'm saying I love the My Hero Academia soundtrack, because this season it's been really lackluster, but goddamn, this episode, the soundtrack and this week's anime has just been really good. Damn, I wanted to hear Bakugo say, at least I wanted to crack some more skulls. I wanted to hear that, but oh well. We got the finally we're getting some sound effects back in here. Like, where has this been for the majority of the season? Like, I've been wanting more of these sound effects up in here. Come on, Studio Bones, what happened with these sound effects? You used to put them in, like, throughout more of the episode. Perfect cliffhanger. I love it where we're leaving off. We're leaving off right when Midoriya is finding out if he's going to pass or not. So this episode, I would say this episode writing-wise, oh my god, the writing was so perfect. I'm loving the writing. The soundtrack was so freaking awesome. I think this is probably one of my favorite soundtracks this season. Animation, I will say this about the animation. It's definitely a lot better than a good chunk of the episodes we've gotten this season. It's one of the better episodes animation wise, but goddamn, there's so much wasted potential in this episode. There really is animation wise. But I will say this, we finally got some comic book style animation that really made my day. I'm very curious what you guys thought of this episode. And do you guys agree with me, especially in regards to the placement of the content in the beginning of the episode, where like we would have had the start of chapter 111, you know, the flashback? That should have been at the very beginning before the opening song, and just not had like the usual opening content stuff, and then just go into the opening song and then go into the to the main content. Like that to me would have made more sense. I'm very curious if you guys agree with me on that. And do you guys think that that this episode is one of the better episodes of My Hero Academia? And also, I want to know, especially from those that have been watching Black Clover anime, do those flames kind of, especially the flames that we've seen this week, don't they kind of remind you of like some of the flames we've seen Studio Period do in earlier episodes of Black Clover? Like it really, I know it's bad, but that's what it really made me think of. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that will be in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That will be in the description box below. And also, if you're going to be at Crunchyroll Expo, make sure you come and say hi. I will be in my Cinnabar cosplay, and I will have like business cards, and I think I'm going to bring my video camera with me, so I will try and videotape my exploits and my shenanigans. Anyway, until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!